Well, hey everybody, today we are going to polish up one of our giant limb casts that we recently cut. It's one of our bigger ones. It's 8 inches across. And I would normally do this on the Vibrolap. The issue I have with the Vibrolap right now is that my pan is worn. And when your Vibrolap pan gets worn, you get uneven polishing. So I don't want to waste my time doing this. I need a new pan. My pan's severely worn in the middle, so I'm gonna polish this today with my DIY drill setup. So I'm just gonna use my diamond polishing pads and my drill that I have dedicated to this process, and I'm going to polish this limb cast today. This is one of my favorite limb casts we've ever cut. It's got some wicked details. Right now this is dry, but it's gonna pop as soon as we start polishing this thing. And I'm excited to show it to you when it's done. It's really got some awesome details that you'll see at the end here. So I'm going to get started. The Highland Park 24-inch slab saw that I used to cut this, it cuts such a smooth cut that I can start probably on a 400 grit. This is super smooth, no scratches hardly on it at all. And I'm going to start it on a 400 grit, and then we'll work our way up from there. So let's get started. Okay, so we are done, and we took it all the way to 10,000 grit, and it turned out pretty good as usual with these discs and this drill, this whole DIY setup. It always produces a mirror shine. You can see the light ring coming through there. Just really, really awesome results. This is a great method to use if you are new to polishing. It's a cheap way to set up the drill and the pads. You know, you can, for less than $200, you can get geared up to polish rocks like this, flat polishing or contour polishing. So I highly recommend it if you're looking to save a buck but you still want to polish rocks. It's a great way to get started. Here's what the other side looked like. I haven't polished this side, but you can see the difference. The other side, actually, I like better because it has more agate in it. But there's a lot of saw marks in it, so I haven't really gotten to it yet. It's going to take a little longer than this side did. But you can see the contrast. This is fresh off the saw. Even the saw, I mean, that 24-inch Highland Park slab saw, I mean, it cuts a really smooth cut. It just, when it broke off, it had some saw marks in this one. Not a big deal, but it's just going to be a little harder to get off. But you can see how nice, it's really nice and smooth. So that's why on this piece here, I was able to start it at 400 grit, actually. And it turned out fabulous, even just starting it at 400 grit. So you can see that slab saw really kind of gets you ahead of the game. It makes such a clean cut. If I did that on the high-tech diamond slab saw, I would have had to start it at a much lower grit just because my wheel's dull and it's just a harder wheel. So anyway, really happy with how this turned out. Let's get some close-up shots here, and we'll show you some of the details here of this stone. This is basically a limb cast. It's agate and jasper together, and you can see just forms really cool patterns. This nice little round agate here. Some more agate over there. Some tiny agates here. These chalcedony window agates, they're really cool. I mean, when you look real close, you can see some eyes in there. These are beautiful, beautiful shelf pieces. This is my favorite part of this stone here, this window right here. I mean, these botryoidal features right here, you can see the yellow and the deep blood reds here. Those are actually like millimeters down. It's like a chalcedony window you can see down in there. And this pocket has a little bit of hint of amethyst. On the other side, on the other piece that we sawed off this, it actually shows more of that amethyst in that section, so it's really cool. You can see like just the patterns throughout this whole thing. Just super cool. This right here is actually a little bit of zeolite. You can get little tiny pockets of zeolite in this as well, which came after the agate. That's a real cool spot right there. That little yellow and red eye. Anyway, guys, that's today's video. Hope you liked the polishing. I've been meaning to polish this piece for a while and get it up on my petrified wood shelf, so I'm happy I was able to do it. I'm going to do the other side eventually. And it's possible I may put this other side on the Etsy store, depending on when I get to it and how it turns out. So keep an eye out for that. So you can see here, there's the rough side of it. I'm working at populating the Etsy store to where it's not going to run out of stuff. So I'm hoping to get a lot of stuff in there, maybe like 100 items or so. Because I put, last week I told you guys the store was open and it just ended up getting totally bombarded and emptied out within a day. So I want to get the store in a place where people can come back and there's always going to be stuff there and I don't have to feel rushed to get something there every week. So I want to just have a nice huge inventory, and I'm working on that right now. Terry's actually helping me with that. We're doing some stuff to get some inventory and some goodies up on the store. So hopefully this weekend we'll get that done. More videos coming, more shorts coming. So keep an eye out for all those. But I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll catch you in the next one.